Wait, so do we say action now?
No, we don't say action. No.
We actually got a new fourth listener the other day.
Yeah? Who is it? Was it your mom?
Hey, that's my mom, dog.
No, I know it's your mom, but it's good. So are we starting?
Are we starting?
I
don't know, I'm not the manager.
Okay.
Say what's up, guys? Welcome to the StudioDork Podcast, episode 10.5?
/11? I don't know.
So my name is Gary, and with me is...
Cameron.
And before you guys start listening to some interesting stuff, we just wanted to let you know that we're not sure if this is episode 10 or 11.
Yeah, we kind of messed up with Martin's interview, but...
Should we just call it 11?
We can just call it 11.
Okay. Should we redo all that, or just keep it?
No, we'll just keep that. I like that better, because
yeah, because now it sounds like we're confused and stuff. But it's all part of the script.
And
like
then this
Conan.
is when we go, music, and then it goes music. Yeah. Exactly.
So yeah, music.
Totally.
Did we tell them to listen to some interesting stuff?
We already did.
Okay. But just in case we didn't.
Yeah. Interesting, fascinating, fantastical, whatever stuff.
Yeah, all that stuff. All the lazy words that people use that when they're too lazy to describe something.
Yeah, even though what if it's interesting?
Yeah, but you can describe the levels of interest and explain why it's interesting rather than saying that it's interesting. But I guess it's just a quick, I don't know.
But what if it's something of interest?
But what if?
Yeah, what if? We're doing what if right here. Hey, what if I was rushing and you were not?
What if I was not even in a hurry?
It's true, dude. That's true.
You see, you wouldn't have laughed at that if we weren't recording.
I know, but I went with it. It's fine.
Okay, so remember last week when I talked about the Muppets movie?
We're hopping right into that? Okay.
Oh no, I'm supposed to say how's everything been going?
How's everything been up?
I don't like starting with that though, do we?
Okay, well,
we gotta like
so
what?
If your segue there.
Oh, dog.
Sorry.
You're saying bad words now?
I forgot. It's been a couple days. Come on, man.
Okay, guys, if you guys are in a high school or in elementary or in junior high, or if you're my mom, please ignore the beep, because you're gonna put a beep on that, right?
I might just cut that part out and then put it at the very end.
So now this is not making sense.
I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, Muppets.
Yeah. So I haven't seen that movie.
I haven't either, but I've heard really good things.
That's what I was gonna say. Mm-hmm. Thanks for stealing my thing. Yeah, I heard actually extremely good things about it. That movie didn't interest me at all.
Yeah.
But just we talked about it last week because of the way they designed their key art. Mm-hmm. So we talked about that last week. But the actual movie itself, I heard from multiple sources, reliable sources, that the movie is extremely entertaining. That it's a really good flick, and I haven't seen it, so
yeah. I
don't know. Now I'm maybe even interested in seeing it. I know we're like almost reviewing a movie that we haven't seen.
It's okay though.
But we're just giving people advice and telling them that it's something that we heard is pretty good from reliable sources.
Yeah, I've heard from a lot of people. A lot of people. It's been between Hugo and the Muppets from the people I've talked to.
Uriel's brother?
Yeah. We're going to beep out his name too. No, our electrician Uriel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Electrician. He's actually our fourth roommate. It's totally cool.
No! But yeah, how was your Thanksgiving?
Oh, it was alright. It was a little rough start getting out there because I left super early and stuff.
You went to Vegas, to visit your family?
Yeah, I went to Vegas to go visit my family.
People can know that. We used to tell people that you're from Vegas.
Yeah. And you're from LA. It's cool. / Russia.
Well, there's an LA in Russia?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, LA, Russia.
Yeah. 2 commas.
Area code 92 something.
We have no area codes.
No?
No.
I had a joke
it's
for that.
It's like 40% proof.
So it's cool.
Our area codes are 40% proof. You had a joke?
Yeah, but it wasn't good.
Oh, okay. I like not good ones.
Yeah. But
as you can see.
But yeah, so
Thanksgiving.
Muppets good.
Oh, yeah, that.
And Thanksgiving.
We jump around too much. People have been telling me that we jump around. And I like that. I like jumping around. We're all over the place, and we're here, and we're there.
Like Limp Bizkit,
I like that.
Dude.
We are. Wait, so we're like not good anymore? Is that what you meant?
Yeah, after the 90s, we're not good. We're not good anymore.
Like I don't know. People have been telling. I don't know.
We kind of do jump around a little bit.
We jump around, but this chemistry works.
I think it's because we don't really talk about what we're going to talk about beforehand anymore. Like we did that in the first couple shows and kind of made a little bit of sense.
I was really bad in biology in high school, right?
Yeah.
But this chemistry really works. I don't know. So like.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so this awkward moment is brought to you in part by Capri Suns.
Only because you like Capri Suns. This is going nowhere.
Not just because of that. We don't need to go anywhere.
We need to get this back.
Content is king.
We need to get this back on track here. So back on to the Muppets, since we're talking about Muppets. I know we went Thanksgiving.
I'm being super extra all over the place on purpose.
I know. You're trying to confuse the one dude that was like, you're all over the place.
No, that wasn't just the one dude. There was a couple people saying that.
Oh, yeah? In the comments or something?
There's something. Just people have been telling me, but at the same time, they've been liking it too.
Yeah.
And my radio voice has gone a little better.
Oh, has it?
It has.
Oh, man.
Hey. Muppets, yeah. So we already finished with that. So we told people that we thought that we heard good things about it, and both of us have heard good things about it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
And then I asked you about Thanksgiving, and then you said that you went to Vegas.
But yeah, Thanksgiving, went back, visited some family, ate some vegetarian Turkey Day food, and
So what'd you eat? Like, what does a vegetarian eat for Thanksgiving?
Anything but the turkey usually.
Oh, so you had ham?
No, but we don't. You know what I mean? Like most families, they just get like one middle platter thing that's like turkey or something like that. And so they got turkey, and then one of my aunts is a nutritionist, so she made this stuff called quinoa, and I don't know what is in it, but it was vegetarian. It was good, so I ate that pretty much, and anything else that wasn't turkey.
Nice.
What about you? How was your Thanksgiving?
My Thanksgiving was pretty good. It was a Jewish Thanksgiving, which doesn't really make sense. Like a Jewish Russian.
That's okay.
Yeah. I really haven't. Like last week, I spent Thanksgiving with a good friend of mine from school, and that was like the first Thanksgiving that I did something in a long time. This Thanksgiving, my mom actually came down to LA, and my mom's aunt invited me and my mom and stuff to my mom's aunt. It's basically my mom's cousin who lives like not too far. So we went over there. It was pretty much a bunch of Russian Jewish Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's
And it was
cool.
a bunch of like Russian food mixed with Thanksgiving food, like turkey and stuffing and all that stuff.
No.
Like Russian rice and stuff too, and probably not regular stuff that you would have at a Thanksgiving thing. But
is rice like a big deal in Russia? Like is that something like normally?
The biggest deal in Russia is but like more potatoes and stuff like that.
Okay.
There was some good stuff there. They kept making toasts to our health, to our list.
Oh, of course. That makes sense, right?
I guess.
And it's all with like 100 proof vodka and stuff.
Yeah, 100 proof.
Because we don't like vodka, right?
Yeah.
Callback.
But like to another one, yeah. Okay. No, yeah. So, but I always feel awkward around like family and people that I haven't seen for a while and stuff. I just have this like real awkward feeling, and sometimes in a big group of people too and stuff. Even if it's people that I already know, I don't know. I just have this thing, and I hate that. I know it's important to come out of your comfort zone and all that stuff. You should, be comfortable. You should force yourself to at least look comfortable. I don't know if I should be telling people that. Should I?
It's okay. I'm the same way, dude. I don't like it really either. And I didn't sleep. Like, I didn't get a lot of sleep too. So that day Thanksgiving, I was super tired. Oh my gosh, another one. What is wrong with me?
I know, dog.
Sorry, I've just not been on the mic in 5 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll just cut that whole part out, and then we'll start over right now.
Wait, so which part do we start from?
No. But yeah, so you had Russian Jewish Thanksgiving.
Yeah. It was like and talked to like different families who I haven't talked to for a while. Some people came from San Francisco, and some people that I haven't seen for a while, and talked to them and whatever. And it was cool, good times, but a little bit awkward in some situations just because I haven't really seen people, and a lot of people seem to know each other, and I didn't really know them as well. And but I got to see my mom and missed her, and I saw her, so that was cool.
That's cool. Did she make you a sandwich?
She didn't, but she gave me a stress ball.
Oh, sweet. That's cool.
But the stress ball looks like Santa Claus, so I can like squeeze it and stuff, so I get less stressed out. It hasn't been working.
No? Have you been using it?
A little bit, but yeah. So that's the thing. I see you got something interesting there on your iPad.
Oh, do I? I got
segue.
I've got a bunch. That's not a very good segue, but it's okay. I've got a couple things in here.
A couple's too many. We just need one.
So I was doing. So I was looking on like tech news blogs and stuff like that, and I found all this cool stuff about Internet Explorer 10. So they launched Internet Explorer 10 Test Drive.
It's kind of like beta right now.
Yeah, and so there's a bunch of new cool stuff with Internet Explorer 10. I know that me and you don't really use it because we're using Macs primarily.
Yeah, we like good computers, so.
yeah, we do.
No offense to people that like semi-good computers.
PCs,
yeah.
But yeah, so Internet Explorer 10, Microsoft released it. They're actually it's not gonna support Flash at all.
Wow, very interesting.
And it's because
I just used the word interesting.
Yeah, well, and it's because they're saying, and that includes their own thing, Silverlight, which is actually Flash based, It won't even support that, which is pretty crazy if you think about it. And there was actually other stuff in here talking about how all the videos now running HTML5, and there's all these other new technologies that they're using. But the more important thing is you can actually go to if you go to ie.microsoft.com/test drive, it's where you can go and download the actual. You can download IE10 just to like test out.
Yeah, to experiment with it and see what your site will look like via that.
But they're also saying that Internet Explorer 10 is actually going to push the boundaries like super far of like all the web technologies. So on this site you can actually test out some of their things, and there's a lot of cool like HTML5 like. There's this thing, Flying Images, where it's like they basically put all these like icons up, and you can control them with speed and all kinds of stuff just with your mouse by not even clicking. It's just kind of rollovers. Because the new thing, like as we know with all these touchscreen technologies, everybody's going all towards like a touch interface, something that's less mouse based, so it's more of like a.
That's true. Everything is going that direction.
Less click.
Even the way like OS X Lion.
Yeah, exactly.
The way it scrolls the other way on the Magic Mouse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So. Which that would be interesting if they went to all touchscreen.
Yeah, because the Microsoft browsers, like the older ones, like even 6 and 7 got better, but even 6 from those days, it was such a bad browser. Like still, a bunch of stuff doesn't work. So developers know what I'm talking about as far as that browser goes. So because we've been getting such bad comments and people have been saying so many negative things about those older browsers, I think Microsoft purposely tried to push and make their browsers way better and improve them.
Well, yeah, because we have an idea that Windows 8, that demo that we saw a video for Windows 8, like it's like a tech demo a long time ago. I think it was like a year ago now. Right. And in there, they emphasized the fact that they were trying to go more towards touchscreen and stuff. What was that? Sorry.
I have no idea. Is there a fire?
That's what I would assume. Maybe the battery in the.
Okay, I'm gonna go get my laptop. That's all I need. And let's run out.
Oh yeah, we're running out. So should we get Juan first?
Oh, what's that? Okay, guys, hold on.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. Time out. But yeah, so we were talking about Internet Explorer 10 with Windows 8. So I was talking about Windows 8. So Windows 8 all being touch, and it's more like this tiling system. If you haven't checked it out, just YouTube Windows 8 tech demo. Microsoft actually released it. It's pretty cool. But I wanted to go into, as well as the Internet Explorer 10 thing and Windows 8. There's this thing that was actually came out a couple days ago. It came out today. There's this developer. I think he's out of Europe somewhere. I don't know the guy's name. Let me see if I can pull his name real quick.
You have to know people's names because it's respectful.
I know.
Call back.
So source. So it came from this guy, Keyboard P, which is it's like his blog name or something. And he created this. He's a developer, and he actually created this software to kind of, because since Siri came out, there's a lot of voice technology now with voice control. He came up with an app for his computer that runs in Windows 7, and he actually runs it off of his phone. And so when he wakes up in the morning, he just goes to his phone and he just presses the listen button on his phone. He just says listen to this, and then that device actually syncs to his computer, which he built an app for that and for his Windows Phone 7. And it automatically plays music. And the crazy thing about it, like if you get a chance to check out this video, you can find it on Engadget. There's going to be a link below the show. It's called Controlling Music with Voice. But the crazy thing about it is he actually also built in the app that if you say, like one of the things he says is he'll say like a song name, and then he'll say play, like he'll say the video, like play video, and then he'll say a song name. And what the app actually does, it opens up a browser, and then it searches YouTube, and then it pulls the video up and then puts the video to full screen. And it's almost instantaneous. Like when he was showing it in the video, it's almost completely instantaneous. And it's completely crazy because he was like messing with it that way. And then he brought up a bunch of other things where like he would test out just like having it play on like a Zune player or something. The guy's a little weird because I don't know anybody that uses Zune, but this guy uses all Zune stuff. But I just thought it was really, really interesting, the whole aspect of how much voice control is going into stuff. And I just want to kind of get like, what do you think of all the voice control stuff that's going on? Like, do you think voice is a good idea do you think we should just continue, like, because we mainly know how to use with our hands and stuff, but...
Do you have Google Voice?
I don't, but I use Siri for everything.
No, but do you have a Google phone number as well?
I don't anymore. It actually just expired. Because Google, they do that, you know, if you don't use it, then they make it expire.
I'm not changing the subject that we were talking about. It's actually connected to what I was going to talk about as well. And so your Google Voice that expired is actually beneficial.
Because I chose a bad number. That's first off.
And now you can choose another one. Because I just did that yesterday. Mine expired yesterday as well.
Oh, okay.
And you asked me, what do I think about these voices and all this different stuff? It's all still beta-ish. It's all not perfect. Yeah. And the ones that work better are the ones that you train. That gets used to your particular voice. A lot of the stuff so the reason I mentioned Google Voice is when you're talking on Google Voice or somebody texts you and all that stuff, it translates it into text. Yeah. And it's pretty accurate, but it's not 100%. There's stuff on there that's like you're reading it and you're listening to the voice and it's saying different things than it's what it's spelling out. Yeah. So it's not perfect. But all that voice recognition, all that stuff, it's all good for depending on the situation. So if you're driving, that's like a perfect situation for something like that. But if it's not something that's always necessary. But there are some occasions that are necessary for it. So that's kind of my opinion about that. But speaking of the Google Voice thing, so you had a bad number. Cameron was moving. You were moving down here, and you basically wanted to have like a LA.
I just wanted a California number,
and you picked something that's like 500 miles away.
I picked Orange County, which is not that far away, but it is far.
There's a lot of 424 area code that's available right now. That's the one after the podcast you're about to get that.
I might.
And I got a number yesterday that has the word dork in it, and it's a very easy number too. Oh, that's what I was going to tell you, but people can't know this.
Why not? We got it.
But not the full number. They're stalkers, dog.
Why not? We want people to be calling you all the day, like, "What up, man? We want to be dorks and stuff."
Yeah. So the Google, I had a number 2, and I was like, my number was mediocre, but then it expired. I was like, what? It expired, and I ran off. I was watching Breaking Bad last night, and I got that email. Your number has expired. You haven't been active or whatever. And I was like, oh, what's going on? And I went on my computer, paused Breaking Bad, and checked, and I got a different number, and this number's pretty cool because it has the word dork in it.
That's awesome, man. Yeah. Well, that's cool.
And there's a few more available with that word.
Oh, I see. That's why you don't. I gotcha. That makes sense. All right. Well, that's cool, man.
Yeah, it would have been really cool if the entire domain was available as a number. Now that would be great.
How many letters are?
I think it's 8 or more, 9. This is us counting, guys. Silence.
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out if StudioDork
with the area code.
StudioDork. So we have 10.
So with the area code.
With the area code. Oh yeah.
It's not possible.
No, yeah, of course, yeah. So that would be cool. We should.
So the 310 area code and the real popular ones there's none of them available. But Google Voice is pretty cool. So did you ever use their features and different things? You just kind of just got it, didn't really use it too much.
I didn't use it.
That's kind of where I was at too.
I was gonna put it on my resume and stuff just so people would think I lived out here, but I just didn't.
Yeah, you actually made it worse because you got an unknown number. It's in California, but it's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, it was. Orange County's not in the middle of nowhere.
It was even though it was Orange County, it was a less known. I know it's not.
No,
nowhere, but it's almost nowhere.
Well, because they make new area codes when the numbers. In LA, they do it every couple years.
Not really, but yeah, it does happen sometimes. See the area code that you got, I was really unfamiliar with that area code.
No, I know.
That's why I was like, what?
I think it was a 657 area code or something like that.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. Why you blah, blah, blah.
But now you can get a different. Now you can get a logo. You really could.
I will. Cool. I don't really have a need for it now, but
you don't. But we might. There's a lot of cool features, guys, on Google Voice. Like I said, it reads your text for you, and there's a way you can block stuff so it doesn't call you at a certain time. There's a bunch of really really cool things. I think for people that use Craigslist.
Yeah.
Have you ever posted something on Craigslist? It's actually a negative, and I'll explain why.
I actually did once.
And I think Craigslist has a filter where it detects and knows that it's a Google Voice and doesn't allow you to use it. Oh. So when you post something on Craigslist, you have to verify with your cell phone number. It has this really cool, really accurate, a spamming. I don't know. I guess it's for spamming or whatever. It doesn't want people to be anybody to just post a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And to verify and to make the post more unique, it verifies it through a cell phone. And to make it even more unique, it doesn't allow you to do it through Google Voice. It has to be through an AT&T, Sprint, Verizon, to a legitimate carrier.
Okay.
So
that is really interesting. I just thought Craig just sat on his couch and.
No, Craigslist is one of the best things ever, and I'm such a humongous fan of Craigslist.
Oh, I know you are.
I love Craigslist.
You love deals.
I love deals. And that app that I told you about.
Yeah, the Craigslist app.
The Craigslist app.
Yeah.
That's actually something that I want to talk about as well and let people know about that app.
That app's amazing.
That app is amazing.
When I was looking for jobs out here, that's where I primarily got a lot of my interviews.
It's not necessarily the jobs. It's just, in general, Craigslist. So, guys, Craigslist is... Obviously, everybody knows what Craigslist is, but as far as the layout, it's very, very fast the way things load and all the other stuff. Did I steal what you were talking about? You were pretty much done with that.
No, you're fine.
You're good, right?
No, I'm gonna bring it back to Google later, but yeah, we're good.
Okay, different sites have different goals, and sometimes you have a goal to get a specific audience. Whether it's people that are interested in doing something with bankruptcy, or whether it's people that need plumbing, or whether it's people that need to get some kind of equipment, or whether it's e-commerce. There's different type of sites for different situations. And Craigslist, to be honest, is not very attractive. But does it need to be attractive? Not necessarily.
No, it needs to just be fast
It
loading.
just needs to be fast loading, and you need to have text.
Yeah, exactly.
But we're designers. We like things to look nice for us.
Yeah.
This is just what we like.
Yeah.
It's just our thing. We can't help it. What we like. We're born like that. There's an app called Lifelike Craig. That's the name of that app.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's called Lifelike Craig.
I didn't know it was Lifelike Craig.
Yeah.
And
basically what happens is that app converts Craigslist into a newspaper situation. So it makes it feel, instead of the stuff being laid out, very default looking, which is fine. You guys are in a hurry. Sometimes you need to find things, or you need to post things or do whatever, find a roommate or whatever. So you're just in a rush. But this app is so well designed, and everything looks like a newspaper, and you can look
like classified.
Yeah, like a classified ads, exactly. That's the first word it says. Yeah. And you can scroll through so you're looking through stuff, and you click it, and it takes you to like a website and whatever, and it takes you to a website internally in their browser. And I'm looking at it through the iPad. I'm not sure if it exists on the iPhone. I'm not positive if it does. I think it does.
I would imagine it probably does.
Some of them don't. Some of the HD apps, they don't exist.
But it would make sense for it would, on the phone,
I agree.
more than an iPad.
I don't use it on my iPhone, so I'm not positive if it exists on there. So I just wanted to let you guys know about this app. It's pretty cool, and I think you guys will find it useful.
Yeah, definitely check it out. Like I said, I know a lot of people are unemployed right now. I know, like, Gary just looked at me all weird because it's like, unemployed, don't bring up bad stuff, but I'm gonna bring it up anyways because this is a true point. We're going real in the streets, okay?
Oh yeah,
the streets.
There might be people in schools listening to stuff.
Yeah, so if you're in school or you're just unemployed or something right now, Craigslist is a really good resource, especially for like the iPad. Because what we did is we did a lot of stuff where we would like write out our emails and like have it kind of already kind of set up how we were going to respond to stuff. Right.
Yeah. So what me and Cameron did before we graduated, we set up a bunch of different interviews before we moved out here. So we had stuff set up prior to even graduating.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's something I recommend for if anybody of you guys are students and you're listening to this. I mean, Craigslist is not the only one. There's Monster, there's Creel Builder, there's other places. Actually, a lot of times people consider Craigslist like more of a lower and a more of a fishy.
That's true.
You have to be careful. Different people have different that and this. I've been pretty successful. I've been able to find some clients on there. I've been able to find good deals. I've been very successful in general with Craigslist for me. But I'm pretty good. And I'm not good at everything, but I think I'm really good at Craigslist, specifically with Craigslist, and filtering out like situations when you're buying something expensive from people. You go, to a very public place, and like I bought this iPad from a guy on Craigslist, for example, this iPad, right?
Yeah.
And I went and we met at a bank, public place. I'm bringing the guy however much I bought it, $500 and something, whatever it was. And I brought the cash and everything right there, and it was a really good deal at that time because it had just recently came out, and right there on the spot, I called Apple, made sure everything was legit on the spot. Like, who does that? And had everything transferred on my name, the warranty, in case it was stolen or there was something fishy or whatever. This way, it makes it totally legitimate. And everything's on my way, and I'm still covered by warranty because I know Apple gives you a year coverage with warranty, so I know if anything goes wrong, I'm covered because it was only like 4 months or something that it came out.
Yeah.
So and same thing, I've done that with a few other things like the laptop and whatever other stuff. So that's just some advice that I wanted to tell people if they're buying stuff to maybe do. That might be too and also I do it almost like as a hobby. It's fun for me to like find deals or whatever. I'm a little bit addicted to finding deals, as you know.
Yeah, you are. It's cool if you should just, when you get done with design, like where you're too old to design, like you lose your hands or whatever, you can't design anymore, you should totally go into, remember in 40-Year-Old Virgin there was that lady that she like had a shop for selling somebody, but you should do that, I sell your stuff on Craigslist.
He ended up hooking up with that lady.
Yeah.
She had a daughter.
I don't know what that beef is. We'll just keep going. But
what is that?
I don't know, maybe the aliens are landing or something, I don't know. But yeah, so you're doing the Craigslist app.
Yeah, so the Craigslist app is pretty cool. I wanted to mention that's something that I use, and I think people will appreciate that and people will like it.
Yeah. Well, that's cool, man. Well, I'm going to take it back to Google here for a second. Well, a new thing that Google announced, they actually announced it today. I got a bunch of news from today, which is kind of weird, but today's actually the 29th. Just to give you guys a heads up, November. That's why No Shave November ends tomorrow.
And I shaved a week earlier. I wanted to look presentable.
Were you participating in it? Did you shave your legs though?
No, my legs were pre-shaved.
Oh, pre-shaved. Good.
No, I'm usually Brazilian my legs. So.
Oh well, that's good, dude. That's good.
Wait, I'm just kidding.
No. Now it's on the internet. It's for real now. No, so Google released this thing. There actually new version of Google Maps came out. Google Maps 6.1. It's only on Android right now, but they're
Which
actually
is Google's phone.
Yeah, but they're actually introducing indoor floor plans now. So you know how they do their Google Maps out on the streets and
stuff.
Like
a blueprint.
Now there's certain places that are actually there's like certain airports and stuff like that. And actually they have these blueprints, and they're like totally vertical blueprints and everything. So they're full 3D, so you can be walking around somewhere and then decide you need to go up a floor or whatever. And I thought that was really interesting that they're doing that. And they're actually there's a plan right now where they're offering to small businesses that manage large amounts of crowds to utilize this in some way. And I just thought that was interesting that they were doing it. I know that it's going to be available for there's the Chicago airport, and there's a San Francisco airport, and then also Bloomingdale's and Macy's. Those are the only places right now that offer it. But also it launched in Japan as well, so it's doing all the transit stuff in Japan. And I just thought that was really, really cool that they were actually doing indoor stuff now. Like Google, there's almost no limit to them. They've kind of almost gone anywhere. And they were talking, one of the main things that they talked about in this article.
They're not afraid of failure. They just try everything because they can afford it.
Yeah, exactly.
I would just buy YouTube, alright.
Yeah, why not, dude?
Hey, what'd you buy today? Oh, dinner. How about you? Oh, YouTube, okay.
YouTube, $8 billion or whatever.
Right?
Yeah. But I just thought this was interesting just because I know I keep using interesting. You keep smiling at me. It's freaking me out. One of the points that they brought up
smiling,
in this
article.
This is how I look. one of the things that they brought up in this article was that GPS doesn't really work really well indoors, you know? And so Google's doing this new thing where that actually extends the GPS or something in the new Android phone, some new update that goes with Google Maps. And I thought it was really interesting that they're pushing it that far. And they're talking about doing stuff in subway systems and stuff as well, which is even further underground. It has more interference, you know. So
although everything you're saying seems futuristic, and fascinating, but I'm an Apple fan.
I know, but
they copied all these things from the Apple products.
Like what?
Like all this stuff.
But we're talking about Google Maps specifically.
But the phone that it's going to be on, Android.
I know, but
I get mad. I get mad at
that phone.
I know you
do. I know you get mad at Android, but you all know robots will take over eventually. But no, but the thing is, this is just starting out on Android. Eventually it'll get to iPhone.
Everything else, of course. They're putting on their own products first.
Of course, yeah. You know. But I think it'll work. It'll be cool, and I think that we're getting closer to those technologies that you see in Mission Impossible.
I think we're getting close to the end where technology is getting so far that it's gonna kill itself, and then we're gonna start from the beginning and be a caveman, and we're gonna have 12 fingers.
12? No way, man. But yeah, that's really bad. I had nowhere to go with that, so I just went with 12.
Have you been to San Diego?
I have before. I went to the San Diego Zoo before when I was really little.
Well, that takes all my stuff away.
Why, you were just gonna bring up that San Diego trip?
Well, now that you mention it. Segway, not really. I went to San Diego for this weekend. There was a football game. Some of my friends were going and stuff, and I'm not into football, as I mentioned before, but they did tailgating and all that other stuff, and I just like going on trips and hanging out. So I went and watched the Chargers. That's a football team. They play for San Diego against the Broncos.
Yeah, home run, right?
Yeah, home run. That's my joke, dog.
I know, I'm just kidding.
And we lost, but I was going for the Chargers because it's closer to LA. So it was fun. It was tailgating, a little drinking, and hanging out. Eating meat and stuff, and hanging out in San Diego. San Diego's all very friendly people. I always like San Diego, and the bars and whatever, all that stuff over there is always. People are just really friendly in San Diego compared to LA.
That's what I hear.
Yeah. I love LA, and I'm used to LA and everything, and I'm comfortable here. My friends are here, and everything's here, but people are not always the friendliest. When I go to other cities, and people are like, "Oh, hey, whoa, you're tall. Where are you from? Blah, 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 this and that." I don't know. People just start talking randomly.
Well, is San Diego smaller than LA?
Yeah, San Diego's LA is one of the biggest cities.
But
I think we have like a situation.
It sounds like it. We keep getting interrupted by beeping.
Yeah, one of our I think fire hydrants.
Smoke detectors.
Smoke detectors.
Could you imagine if we had a fire hydrant in our house? That'd be amazing. I want it so badly.
One of our smoke
smoke
detectors, IMBD, is actually
beeping. It's beeping right now. We think it's because either the batteries are low or Gary has a fire in his room.
Why my room?
Because we think it's in your room. We already said this.
This is a family show, bro. No, yeah, so, did you notice how I said IMBD wrong again?
I know.
Purposely did.
I saw it. I know. I guess since you said that, should I segue into the IMDb now then?
Oh, you had something?
Yeah, you know what? I almost did that again. You know what happened today?
No, what? Tell me, bro.
This episode is all downhill. All downhill.
You know, I think it's not bad, though.
We were at the top in the beginning, and then we all just went all downhill, man. There's been no slopes up. But anyways,
For the money that they're paying us to run this show,
yeah,
we're doing way better. Yeah.
So, comedian Patrice O'Neal died today.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. 3 beeps now?
Now it's beeping more. Let's go walk over there and see what's going on.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to
after
that was a
break.
segue.
Yeah. But yeah, so Patrice O'Neal is what we were talking about.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, on Facebook it was on there, and it was on Yahoo News and stuff. I saw that earlier.
Yeah, dude died at 41. It's crazy.
You know who else died today?
Who?
You know Stalin from Russia? He was bad?
Yeah.
His daughter, who lived in America, I don't know too much detail, but I was in my grandma's house.
Mm-hmm.
But this is so you know who Stalin is, right?
Yeah, I know who
Russia
Stalin
was
is.
like...
Yeah. He's a dictator. Yeah.
Communism and all that stuff.
Yeah. So
he had a daughter who lived in America, and she died today. I believe she died today.
How old is she, you know?
I'm not sure, but I was at my grandma's house, and she had some Russian TV on, and she was telling me. She was telling me, but she was good. Like, his daughter was good. She didn't believe in the stuff that he believed in.
Oh, okay. All right.
But the O'Neal guy, he was a comedian, right?
Yeah, he's a comedian. He was on, like, The Office, and he was in, like, Grand Theft Auto 5 and a bunch of stuff like that.
He was also, I think he was in some of the roasts, possibly. I'm not positive.
Yeah, he was. He was in Charlie Sheen's.
Yeah, right.
That's what's crazy. And you know what's crazy? He had a stroke, like, in October.
It's the second person from Charlie, from one of the roast things that dies, right?
I know, man. It's...
What was the other gentleman's name?
The other guy was, he's really funny.
He's really funny.
His name.
But just, people will know.
Yeah.
Know. But it's like he came out in a lot of different roles, and he also died. But yeah, it sucks. People are.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like how many people are dying now. That like celebrities, at least, that we're starting to notice that. Like, I don't know. It's just crazy.
And the Michael Jackson guy got 4 years, but it's probably gonna go down to 6 months or whatever. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I heard about that too.
What's his name? I forget his name too.
I don't remember.
The guy who was a doctor.
Dr. Kincaid or something like that, or
it sounded racist. No, yeah. So I don't know the guy.
Mike Kincaid.
I don't know. But yeah,
racist.
So
you're only racist because he's black. That's the only reason you're saying that. Don't do that face.
We just lost all these audiences.
No,
now.
we didn't, dude. But yeah,
this is like Sleepy Podcast.
This podcast. This is like episode 4. So
what? You took it that low?
I did. It's okay though. So what's going on with you over there after Patrice O'Neal?
Hey.
Patrice O'Neal and Craigslist.
I don't know. Why are you looking at my notes?
Well, I've got a resource that we maybe talk about.
Do you know about the StudioDork.com website?
The new one or the old one?
Medium.
Oh, the Medium one. Okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So guys, we've been...
Where you can get all your inspiration needs.
Yes. So our website that we're running or whatever, StudioDork.com, we've had for whatever 9 months or however when we finished school. We talked about this in a couple other podcasts ago.
Yeah.
But recently we started the redesigning process. We finally finished that and we uploaded that we're using a service, and they were a little bit expensive. I'll talk more in detail about it after hopefully everything goes successfully. But there's been some negative things and positive things about it, so it's a process. So first they're converting it into, I provide them with the PSD file, which is the Photoshop file, and there's 3 or 4 different pages that we have on there, and they're converting that for us into a static page, which they did, and most of the stuff was pretty good, how we wanted. Certain things were scrolling and this and that, and some things. There was some little animation and a custom drop down window and all that stuff. They did that, and it wasn't bad, but there was some little issues, and then after that they poured it into WordPress theme. So that's the process that they're on right now. So I'm talking to them and dealing with them, and Cameron's going to help me a little bit as well and talk to them. And he's looking as well and seeing if there's any errors or anything like not loading correctly or any of that stuff.
Yeah, because we're like in the debugging phase right now. There's a lot of like really small like problems.
Yeah.
It's not
easy to explain to them exactly why, and there's too many things, so it's a little bit on the frustrating side. But hopefully we could get through this.
But what we were talking about though is like the developers. The thing that I brought up last night because we were both really frustrated last night, and you've been frustrated for like the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, I've been talking to them and doing different things.
Because Gary's primarily handling like talking to them. I'm kind of just a third party, just kind of hanging out, helping when he needs it. But one of the things was there's no direction. Like they don't know where stuff links to and stuff like that. And so we decided we were going to kind of come up with maybe like a flow, like a flow chart, user flow, kind of like how the user will experience each thing. Like when a user clicks
what goes where,
in
order of something going to somewhere. And it was pretty self-explanatory for them to see it, but I mean, what I think is they have different clients of service that they're using, and they're just only spending like a certain amount of time, like a limited time, because also they're open during the night, or the way they're working while we're sleeping, because I guess if they're in a different country. Yeah,
they're in like the Ukraine or something like that.
Something.
Yeah.
And so it's like it takes a day to do stuff every day, and they respond right away and all that stuff, but they respond right away the next day. So it's like it takes a day to do stuff. So we'll see. Hopefully that works out and whatever. I just wanted to let you guys know about that. But by the time they're listening to it, it might be already good. I hope.
Yeah, you guys. Let's go future talk again. You guys are probably already seeing it, and it probably looks amazing because we figured it out. Or if it's not up yet, then you know that it's not amazing.
Or the internet exploded.
Or this episode. What we're thinking about doing is actually this episode should release if we do we're thinking about releasing because we want to get caught up on our podcast and have where we record and cut in the same week.
Yeah, we want it to be like, hey guys, we're talking about all this stuff that happened a month ago.
Yeah, we don't like that. That's how it is right now. So what we're thinking about doing is when the new site launches, we're going to do for that first week, well, this is what I've been thinking. The first week we'll do a podcast a day for like 5 days till we catch up to ourselves, and then we'll start doing it. So then you guys will just get like 5 hours of content for 1 week or whatever, and then that will be...
okay. I was thinking like, are you saying record a podcast?
No. We're going to release our...
Yeah, that's what we talked about. We agreed on that.
I wasn't sure if I talked to you about it. I remember talking about it, though, to myself.
I was the one that told you we should do that.
Yeah.
Because I knew you would want that, because I knew it was bugging. It was just not making sense for it to be like a month later.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, yeah, I like that, but I just didn't know how bad that would be on you, because you would have to cut them faster.
Yeah.
You okay with that?
Yeah, I'm totally fine with that. Okay. We had this conversation because
But now it's on record.
I figured if we record on Tuesday, then I can cut by Friday.
Or Thursday?
Or hold on, no. Record on Tuesday, cut on Wednesday, and then release on Thursday.
Yeah, that's what we decided.
Yeah. I don't know why I said Friday. Yeah. That's how I do it now. I try to cut Friday.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense.
And you're good on Wednesdays right now, right?
Yeah, totally. And even if we have to start recording like on Monday, I know it'll mess up things, but we can start recording on Monday as well if it starts to mess up, or we can release on Friday maybe. I want to release Thursday night, just because then people, Friday they're all happy, and then they get to take it on their commute, and then they listen to StudioDork on their way to work or from work. And I don't know, that just seems like a good thing. It leads them into the weekend, and maybe they'll listen to it on the weekend.
I like it coming out Thursday night. That sounds like a good time frame.
Yeah, so... Because I've been releasing them Wednesday night, just because I can't wait to release them on Thursday night sometimes, so...
See, but in that situation, almost doesn't matter, because then people listen to it a month later anyways.
Yeah,
so we're talking about specific movies and giving our reviews or our opinions, but these are movies that probably people are listening about like a month later.
Yeah, so if we had a time machine, we should go forward in time, just so that we could watch movies and review them, and then go backward in time and tell them earlier like how good movies are and stuff.
Well, yeah, we're doing our best with the way that things are. It's fine. I mean, it's still good. Like, people haven't seen all these different movies, and like a lot of the stuff is just our own opinion. So it's still unique information about people who care about what we think about stuff.
Yeah, totally. Well, are you done with your?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I just had I have one last thing that I want to talk about, and I just picked it up. Like, I was on Facebook earlier today, and one of our friends from school, he actually posted this, and it's like a web developer's like resource. It's called. This website is actually pretty tight. Then the name of it, it's 0 to 255.com, and it's actually the number 0, 2, and the number 255.com. And what it is it's actually, it's like
Do you know what that means?
Yeah. It's because it's all about color. So it's all about color, web color. So
0 to 255, so there's
256 colors.
Times 3, so it's 16.7 million in RGB.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So, but anyway, so this website, what it is if you're a developer or you're just trying to get like web safe colors and stuff, you can actually pick. I don't know if it's gonna work here. So on my iPad, I'm just messing with it. So you can basically, they give you all these like sample swatches that you can run off of first. But then there's this other section right here where you can click pick a color and you type in like the web safe code for it. And when you type in the web safe code for it,
the issue with the web save thing, it's like not an issue anymore.
No, I know, but
that's old school. The site is a good idea.
But what's cool about it is that actually then it gives you like a gradation scale.
So it shows you
tones. So it gives you all the tones of all the different like codes and everything. I thought this was really cool.
Yeah,
and
it is.
This developer.
The name is really cool.
Yeah.
But the common person on the street won't understand what do you mean 0 to 1,255?
Yeah, exactly. But this is more meant for like web developers and stuff that are.
But it's really 256, but it starts from 0.
Exactly, it runs in binary at that point. So yeah, just like if you know anything about ActionScript, everything is when you write like a code for like dates, it's all a month behind. So everything's 1 behind because the 0 has to be factored in unless you write a variable to change.
By default, it always starts at 0 in programming, right?
Exactly. Yeah, unless you change a variable to make it start at 1.
Well, I just write hello world, and that's my code writing.
I know, dude. Best website ever. Hello world page. But yeah, so this was made by Sean Chapman, and I would just tell you to check it out if you're a web developer, you're interested in it, or anything about color. It's kind of cool. And he's built a bunch of other stuff like.
We were all hyped in the beginning, and now we're all.
Well, because we walked around, we tried to like open stuff. My hands hurt now. I'm just kidding. But yeah, 255 definitely would check it out if you're into web development or anything at all. It's even just if you don't need web safe code, since that's old school now.
But it's just still a pretty cool website that Cameron brought up just to look at, and something different than what you're normally accustomed to looking at.
Yeah.
That site that you were showing me, actually you mentioned the one that goes around.
Oh yeah.
But you mentioned that on a podcast. It was so cool, guys.
I did. I talked about it. He hadn't seen it before the podcast, and now he's actually seen it. It's called The Art of Flight.
Wow, the way you load stuff and it goes in a circle and around. Wow.
Yeah, if you get a chance, it's artofflightmovie.com, I think is what it is. And it's like a snowboarding movie for Red Bull, but the way they built it, they used parallaxing, which is like this new HTML5 and CSS3 technology thing. And
super cool.
Like scrolling, like you'll scroll up and down, but it'll actually scroll like left to right and all over the place in circles and all kinds of crazy stuff. And it works so like everything's always moving in it. It's
everything.
Just really,
it feels
cool.
like the entire. It's just feels like there's so much depth. It just feels like it feels good.
Yeah, it's hard to really explain what it feels like. It's just because if you think
how do you
like,
describe what it feels like?
If you think about like how snowboarding is, how it's like crazy, everything's moving fast.
It feels like After Effects. That's what it feels like.
Oh yeah, where it's just everything's in motion. Like
there's just depth.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's just so many levels.
No offense to After Effects people who are listening. What do you mean it feels like After Effects?
Why would they be offended by that? I don't know. Because now web is taking over After Effects too?
I just don't want to sound racist.
Oh, whatever. You already did something about stuff. But anyways.
You filtered yourself.
But yeah, so that was cool. artofflightmovie.com.
So Breaking Bad time?
And yeah, I think it's time for you to watch Breaking Bad, so let's do sign-offs real quick. So,
hi, Mom!
If you guys have any questions or anything, any concerns or comments, or if we got something wrong and you want to tell us that we got something wrong, it's totally fine. You can find us on facebook.com/StudioDork, or you can find us on Twitter @StudioDork. Or you can also go on our website and you can contact us on our contact section of our page. Or if you don't trust the contact form, you can always go and email us at StudioDork.
But we have spam blockers on the contact form.
Yeah, I know, but still.
So they can trust it.
I know, but still. It's StudioDork@gmail.com, just in case you don't trust those forms and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's
Does GUnit own Google?
No, Google owns GUnit.
Gmail, man?
What? Makes sense. Makes no sense.
Like GUnit, but it's Gmail.
I know.
I just thought of that.
But it's I know.
I don't know.
That one was a bad.
I should have write my own stuff.
You should. If you want, I can write your jokes
write
later.
My jokes.
Yeah, dude. I totally
You'll have better grammar.
Yeah.
Because I use fire hydrants.
Yeah, in our house, fire hydrants. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it.
Thank you guys for listening to the StudioDork Podcast, episode 10 or 11, whichever.
10.5.
10.5S.
And stay dorky.
Stay dorky, and we do appreciate you listening to us. Okay, bloopers, what do I say? Guy walks in the bar.
What does he say? What does he do?
I don't know how he walked in the bar because he was in a wheelchair. It was weird.
But then, that's messed up. You like hurting wheelchair people?
No, well, he was trying to get the closer parking, so...
But he walked into a bar.
Well, action?
Hold on, shh. Can you hear it?
Your fart?
I don't know. My beard. This is the last day for No Shave November, man.
Oh, is it?
Last day.
Was that part of the lines? We didn't rehearse that.
No, we didn't rehearse that. I just decided to just do it. I was thinking about how.
So you're Nike now.
I'm Nike?
You'll get it when you cut. No, but yeah.
Just do it?
No, yeah, well, so I don't know. No, because the thing
I
is...
just made a double joke on top of your joke.
Look, my joke is not a joke, because the thing is that he was using Sprint, not AT&T, so he only had one bar. That's the thing.
But he walked into a bar.
With only one bar. But the other guy...
But that would hurt his head.
The other guy in the bar had 5 bars, because he was on AT&T.
And because he was walking. You're freaking so handy, capable, racist.
You're so freaking! Thank you!
I know.
You find my jokes more humorous on the podcast when we're recording, but then when we're not, you're like, that wasn't very funny. But then you laugh at it.
I have to boost you up a little bit.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Just
Appreciate
so people
that.
know, that.
Well, your phone just turned on for no reason.
That was weird. Should I put it in airplane mode? I don't think we have any text messages or anything.
No, you're probably not going to get a text for a few more weeks.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, usually it's like one a week. So, us freaking out over ghosts and stuff. So
is it Walking Dead air on AMC?
Did you watch Walking Dead?
I haven't watched the last couple episodes.
I fell asleep during the last one.
Alright guys, please save yourselves.
From the Dorks.
From the Dorks. Because they're dork pyres. Sleeping's for sleepy people.
Yeah,
that's the thing, because you couldn't sleep in Vegas.
That's true, yeah, but, that's irrelevant.
No, it's relevant. It's very relevant.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a very relevant subject.
So this is like the after show. I kind of like it. Should we do this? Like
After hours.
The Dorks After Dark?
The Dorks After Hours special.
Yeah.
It's not very special.
Exactly. With Carson Daly. That's not actually Carson Daly.